How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, if you guys could leave a like on today's video, that would really be appreciated. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those down below. So in the last episode, we kind of talked about our need for more oil, as always. So I have begun designing a new thing for the oil production. And I thought I had enough belts. Wait, I do. Oh, it's the tier 3 we need. Okay, so let's go grab some of those magnets while we talk about today's episode. So in the actually, let's first talk about last episode. So last episode, in case you guys didn't see it, we set up silos and the production of rockets. So now we are building the Dyson Sphere. Speaking of the Dyson Sphere, let's actually take a look at its progress. Probably not much has happened since last episode, because this pretty much takes place almost like not immediately after, but pretty close to after. As you can see, the Dyson Sphere is already starting to generate power. I mean, not a lot, but definitely some. Part and due, because now that we're starting to get nodes, we're starting to have things go into the frames, and it's just really incredible. I already start seeing this thing take shape. But if we actually go and look at it, let's toggle the canvas on. We were able to research the thing, so now we can start actually getting hexagons. Refit deployment. So now we can actually get the hexagons going. Which is really cool, because then what that allows us to do is to start filling in these areas between the nodes and the supports. And then it just works really well for us. And it looks like we're at the max. There we go. Let's go through and do the other way. I didn't have time to look into the difference between the two supports. I don't know what the difference is, but I will try to look into them between episodes. Only because I will actually be able to look between episodes, because I don't plan on doing another episode of recording today for this. But you never know. Maybe we'll get carried away in building and actually go into more things. But anyway, for today's episode, our goal is going to be... Awesome, there we go. Now we have a bunch of hexagons for it. Our goal for today is going to be setting up better oil production, because we need it. And in order to either get more oil, we need to do one of two things. One of those being we either need to increase oil production, which we have pretty much maxed out, or do the other recipe that I touched on, where basically we take the oil, take some hydrogen, take some coal, and we make just oil out of it. Right, so it takes two fuel oil, 1 hydrogen, 1 coal, and outputs 3 actual oil units, which is what we want. So let's go ahead and queue these up. Awesome. Alright, so while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and, get that placed, and then go like so. And now let's get a blueprint. Let's get a blueprint, thank you. And yes, I am aware that there is hotkeys for a lot of these things, but I don't know. I don't use hotkeys as much as I should. And we're gonna move that. Okay. So let's move that, and then we'll place down the thing. The reason we need this many of, well, what I'm making, art and do, actually, I should probably calculate before I place this many. Yeah, let's do that really quick. So we need... So every 4 seconds we produce an extra one, because assuming the 2 we needed for the reaction to take place goes back in, so we net 1 every 4 seconds. We need 1920 a minute. So that turns into 32 a second. Okay. So if we need 32 a second, we produce one every 4 seconds. We need... Okay. Math, why are you failing me? Okay, I'm gonna put in a cut while I figure out math. I think it's actually a pretty obvious one. Yeah, I'm gonna put in a cut while I figure out the math for this. Also get the other belts and stuff crafted up just so I don't have to wait around for that. And I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I went ahead and did the math, and it was just as simple as I thought. We're gonna need 128 of these. And hopefully that's enough to produce all the oil we need. We're also going to have to scale up plastics and a few other things, but honestly, I think by the time we get that far, we will probably have a lot more. Okay, and we're going to have to move this one more time. That's fantastic. I'm probably going to have to upgrade all the internal ones as well to green or red, or not red belt, blue belt. Jeez. Okay, and we do have to just move that oil. I think what we'll do is, yeah, we'll figure that out. But good God, okay, yeah, this is a lot more than I was anticipating. So robots, get everything placed. This. Okay. So let's get rid of this oil and all this other liquid that's in my inventory. So let's see, oil we can deposit here. Get rid of all the oil. Cool. Now let's go grab foundations, because we're going to need quite a bit. We need quite a bit of belt. Let's queue a bunch of that up. And there is a cat meowing at my door, but unfortunately I am recording, so he cannot come in. Let's grab about 600 of that. He always does this though. He'll meow, knowing I'm recording, and then want out. No, again, knowing that I'm recording, and it's like, no, you're not allowed to just come in and out as you freely want, bud. It's not how this works. Although he thinks that's how it works. But who am I to disagree with a cat? He is the cat overlord. Or at least he thinks he is. Alright, so let's go ahead and get pretty much not sure to what degree we're gonna need. Okay. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, and then finally, just so that way I could see how far we need to go. Yes, this is probably overkill. Yes, there's probably a better way of doing this. But, I don't know, I did this when I was playing Factorio. I get to a point where I'm like, you know what, I don't care if it's overkill. I just want it done. There we go. Okay, blueprint. Let's see, we'll just take a small sample. Doesn't need to be anything huge. There we go. Cool. And now we need quite a lot of things. Actually, yeah, we need an extensive amount of things. Okay, so let's, I guess, start gathering up those things for crafting and whatnot as we kind of talk about the next steps for really why are we doing this, and right, why are we getting this much oil? What is the need for it? Well, part of the need for it is, as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of oil. Like, we have a lot of hydrogen. Hydrogen's not the problem. We don't have a lot of fuel oil. And yeah, part of it is because the hydrogen backs up, but the process we're going to be doing is effectively going to be getting rid of that problem, because all this hydrogen and fuel is going to go into this system, which I actually don't know if this little thing is going to be able to support this big thing, but we're going to find out. We will see. And quite honestly, it doesn't actually need to fully support it on its own, because the system should be able to support itself for the fuel, and then the hydrogen, sure, some of it might come from this, but we might be able to get all of it from the gas giant. And then the coal, well, yeah, we're limited by coal, but quite honestly, coal is going to be the easy part. We can just ship that. Alright, so we need to go grab more steel. We need to grab... first, we need to grab fuel. Wait, now. We still have fuel rods. Alright, let's burn anything we can. Boop, boop, boop. Grab some steel. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and grab... What do we need for this? We need more magnetic coils. So let's go find these. Over here. Grab a bunch of those. Now let's go ahead and queue up... I don't know. Good. Oh. We need circuits. Good thing we have Circuit City right next door. And we're missing prisms now. Okay. Let's go ahead and combine everything together and then see what we can get. Buildings. There we go. Queue up 23. Okay, that should be a good number. And then what else do we need to queue up? Oh, quite a lot of these. Okay. That's fine. We'll just leave everything honest that we have. We need iron. Let's see. Do we have any gears on us before? Yes. Okay, let's grab that much. Okay. Let's grab another 200 gears. Let's grab 400 gears and then fill up the rest of it with iron and then queue up as much. We're gonna have 500. Okay. Alright, so that should be all of that. We are gonna need a bit of the tier 3. Alright, and then we'll queue up more of that as we go along. Alright, well, I'm definitely not going to make you guys wait through the 800-second construction, so I'm going to wait for this to finish and hopefully get everything put down. And in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting everything set up for this to basically function, and then I'll bring you back once the construction's done and we're pretty much ready to see this thing operate. So I'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, so I was just wrapping up the finishing touches on getting everything connected. All the crafting we needed is done. And then really all we gotta do is prime the system. And that shouldn't be too hard to do. Because all we really have to do is put in a little bit of fuel oil. And the whole system should work. I'm going to clear out my inventory a little bit with all this hydrogen that we've now picked up. Alright. So, in theory, we should be able to take what little fuel oil we have. Okay, so let's use a little bit. Maybe if I can walk over there. Alright, so if in theory this should work, okay. Fuel oil comes out, goes back in, and the way I have it set up is so that it prioritizes the system, right? So basically it's a self-priming system, so we won't get any output until this whole thing is full of fuel oil, and then once that is the case, we'll start outputting actual fuel oil at, hopefully, exorbitant, very high rates, and that ore is supposed to be hidden underground. It appears it is not, but it doesn't look like it broke anything, thankfully. So let's go ahead and get everything else placed, and then I think we'll probably call it for today. I mean, well, it wasn't, again, I kind of warned about this, that there wouldn't be a whole lot of directed construction on screen, but I did try to do a little bit with showing off this part. And quite honestly, I probably stood around for an hour waiting for things to craft and some other things, but hey. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't already. If you haven't already, also subscribe, as it really does help out the channel, and ring the little bell notification. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely leave those down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And it also looks like I'm going to have to fix some of these sorters, so I'm going to be doing that in between episodes. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.